what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. If you guys are one of my loyal Chisme Gang subscribers, welcome back. Thank you guys for being here with me on another video. Today is story time on one of my band gigs. But if you guys want to see how I came up with this look, let's get a little closer. Stick around and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and turn on your bell little thingy so that you guys can get notified every time I post a new video. With that being said, Chuladaaas, let's get ready. Let's get to it. Okay, Chulas, let's get started. I wanted to go with like maybe like an olive green shadow today. I don't know what you guys think. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Let's just go for it. Alrighty guys, so you guys already know we're gonna go in with my face primer, and I go through this in every fucking video. You guys know that I don't even know what the heck. So this is the primer. And it is by, oh, excuse me. It is by Urban Decay. Y se llama All Nighter Face Primer. Long wear, foundation grip, prep smooth, perfects, blah, 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 blah. Because somebody left me a mean comment saying like that I don't say exactly what it is. And I was like, bitch, I barely know what it is. I specifically said, I am in no way, shape, or form a makeup artist, but aquí ando, just getting ready. You guys are getting ready with me for my Facebook lives, or my if it's not my Facebook live, it's my Instagram live. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. You can find me under Lucero DDAK, and we're gonna be on there going live today for a little bit. So I went live the other day, you guys, with one of my besties, with Coco, and she's the one that I vlogged a while ago about her having her baby. So it was a nice little co-host Instagram live. She was on there with me. So if you guys haven't already seen it, go check it out. You'll find it in my page. But today's story time is about her and us way back in the day when we were in the band together. So Coco, I did message you. I hate these little pelitos. Look guys, you guys, I don't know why I look like I'm going calva. So I have my hair up today. I had my hair up and I didn't feel like, what's happening? I didn't feel like putting it down. But okay, let's go in. I'm gonna work on my eyeshadow before I work on my foundation today, because I'm working with like the green color, so I'm scared that it's gonna get all over the place, and then de que sirvió la puesta de la foundation. Y hoy vamos a salir en la tarde, so hoy vamos a usar a la Anastasia. Hoy sí le toca, can you guys even see it? Hoy le toca a la Anastasia, so okay, we're going in. I'm gonna use my bad, y'all. I'm gonna use my Morphe palette by James Charles. It's called James Charles, duh. It's the mini palette, and it has this color right here que voy a usar hoy. So I'm gonna go in with that color, and then I'm gonna go in with some of these colors up here. Maybe this one for the crease on my aquí arribita. ¿Cómo se llama esto, guys? Correct me, I don't know. You know dónde lo pongo. And then some blacks for the outer. But alright guys, so this story time se trata de cuando fuimos a tocar a Ohio. So you guys, me and Coco, here we go. Let me start it because I know you guys don't know much about her or even me. But so Coco, and this is the Wet n Wild concealer. I ran out of my Shape Tape. Usually my favorite to go, ¿cómo se llama? My go-to concealer is always Shape Tape, but I don't, ya se me acabó and I haven't been able to go to the store. But anyway, We met years ago in a band. We used to play in the same band here in Chicago. Then that band split up and we continued to play together. I made my own band and then she joined my band, and that's how we kept in contact. So entonces, we went to go play. We had a gig in Ohio. Our gig in Ohio was for the entire weekend, so we had a few gigs one day on few gigs on Friday and then a few gigs on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So we were gonna play out there, and funny thing is we were gonna play with this other band from Chicago that we don't really fuck with. We didn't really fuck with them, so it was like it was like whatever, we're minding our own business. It didn't really matter that they were from Chicago because we didn't fuck with each other like that. We don't hang out, pues, pa que me entiendan. There's some unknown beef or drama there that I have no fucking idea about. So I'm the kind of person that I'm like, if I don't even know what the fuck the issue is, I'm gonna just mind my own business and keep it the fuck going. So anyway, so Coco and my other friend were like getting lit, you know, already in the car. And mind you, when it's a road trip, control your fucking drinking. It's a motherfucking road trip, and these heifers were drinking, and Eliza had to fucking pee every like 10 seconds. So it's like, are we ever gonna get there? Like, we're never gonna get there. This bitch keeps on peeing, we're never gonna get there. So entonces we finally got there, and fucking by the time we got there, okay, how do I put this so you guys can understand exactly like the play-by-play? We got to Ohio. Typically we check into the hotel, then we go to the place we do sound check. By the time we were doing sound check and all that stuff, my friend was already really fucking drunk. Like, Coco was already lit, like litty as a titty. She was like lit. So entonces I was like, oh shit, like she's fucking lit, like this isn't. So I just got this one, guys. It's also by Morphe, I believe. Morphe brushes. It's actually really cute. So entonces she was like so fucking like already lit. She was having, I still don't understand. Up till this day I'll tell her, like, bitch, what was you thinking? She was drinking like Remy Martin, is that what you call it? Remy Martin? Like, lo estaba tome like it wasn't shit. So it's one of those things that's gonna creep up on you. So entonces, my friend and my other friend, I'm gonna keep their name, I'm gonna keep a few names in this video anonymous because I'm kind of forced to, because I don't want to get into any problems. But anyway, my friend Coco was talking to this one person that happened to be going with us to the gig. So my friend Coco and my other friend were interested in the same guy. Yeah, let that sink in a little bit. So they both kind of liked the same guy that was going with us to the gig. And I was just over here like, this isn't gonna end well. First of all, what happened to girl code? Two bitches can't like the same motherfucking dick. They just can't. I'm sorry. It is what it is. They just can't. Like, what you both bitches, I mean, it ain't the magic dick, I know that much. It can't be that fucking good for you both to be liking the same motherfucker. So anyway, they both like the same dude, so there was a little bit of a tension, like a little bit of tension going on. So the drinking was getting, you know, a little bit more aggressive. So entonces, these two heifers are just, you know, they're like talking and they're okay and they're just, you know, whatever, minding their own business también, pero I can feel it. Like, you know how like when you can feel that there's like a little bit of like weirdness? Well, that was happening. Like, I can feel that there was a little bit of weirdness going on right there. But, you know, we kept our day going and then everything was fine. We went to go have dinner as a band with the other members and everything. So we went to go have dinner, and why am I out of breath? Okay. So we went to go have dinner. We're going back to the hotel room. We're gonna get ready for the gig. So ahí vamos, ¿verdad? Ahí vamos. Ahí vamos todas bien perras, ya, o sea, bien unas diosas empoderadas, ya todas vestidas con el look de la noche y todo. So my friend, mind you, my friend had been drinking since we fucking left Chicago. So the bitch was already like out there. So entonces she's still drinking, you know, she's still fucking drinking. And so let me explain to you guys what I do right here. Since I have like really big eyes, what I do is when I put my eyeshadow, I lo meto casi like in between like my socket, if that makes any sense. So I kind of like put my eyeshadow in there, and then when I just blend, it just goes exactly where I want it to. I don't know if that makes any sense or if that helps anybody that's like struggles with their eyeshadow and big eyes. Like that's what I do. So entonces my friend, te digo, going back to my friend, she was already like heavy drinking and shit, and we were all drinking, but typically I like to, because I was like the lead singer of the band, I like kind of like to know what the fuck is going on at all times. Like I could get drunk while I'm up there, pero not to be intoxicated before a gig or anything like that. Like that's just, I can't do that. I freak out. Like what if I forget the lyrics? Like no. So entonces I'm just observing them. Did you guys see that? My lights just flickered. It's the fucking cuckoo.
Señor, tengo miedo. Yo sé que yo sé y estoy. Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo. No voy a tener confianza. Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo en este momento.
So entonces, I'm sitting there and observing them both, and they're both drinking heavily. But we're all having a good time. We're all having a good time. So then there was another band on stage, and then it was us. So my friend starts drinking straight out of the bottle. She starts drinking straight out of the bottle, guys, before we even fucking get on stage. And in my head, I'm like, oh shit. Like, this isn't gonna be fun. And I only thought about it that way because I know that you can only drink so much before you black out. Everybody. So she says she's cool. I'm good. Fucking Coco, I'm gonna impersonate your words. I'm good, G. I'm good. I'm like, bitch, no, you ain't good. And then my other friend at one point was like, hey, Lucy, I think like she's wasted. And I'm like, you think? Motherfucker, you think? Like I can see it. I'm fully aware of that. So entonces, we start performing. We're on stage, and there's this one song. I'm sure you guys already know it. It's called El Seis. And if you guys don't know it, go look it up. Pause, go look it up. And if you motherfucking hurt for something, that song will hit you right in the fucking gut. Like, that's a good ass song. So we're singing this song, and she's still drinking. She's still drinking on stage because most of the time people like nos invitan. What the hell's going on? So typically when we're on stage, like they'll invite us some drinks and we'll be chilling, we'll be drinking and whatever. So she was drinking. At this point, nos habían invitado something else. Like it was another alcohol. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Red Bull vodka. So okay, so now we got two problems. She's been drinking Remy Martin the whole day, and now she is gonna, oh shit, cleaning out my brush. So now she's gonna move into fucking vodka. She's gonna move into vodka and cranberry on stage. So I was like, you know, I'm sitting there like fucking panicking for her, but I was like, okay, whatever, like we're almost done. Please, baby Jesus, like let us be done and over with so that this bitch could just go sleep. But again, rewind to my main point. My point was like, I do not want her to pass the fuck out. Like, I do not. So, excuse me, I was drinking Coca. So, we're almost finishing with the set. She takes a drink out of her cup. She fucking drops it on the floor, and I look at her because she drank the whole thing, but she threw the cup on the floor thinking like I'm a badass, like sass, ahí les va. And I look at her, and at that point I'm like, what are you doing? So I look at her and I'm like singing and I'm giving her like the eye, like, you know, I'm trying to tell you, like, knock it off, yeah. So then I'm looking at her And I'm like, what the heck are you doing, girl? Like, ya cálmate. And I think she understood me wrong, or I think she kind of thought that maybe I was upset that she dropped the fucking cup. That she fucking stops doing what she's doing and goes and picks up the fucking cup. And in my head, I was like, what in the actual fuck are you doing? She goes and she picks up the cup. So now she looks goofy, like super extra goofy as hell, because now she's picking up shit from the ground. She picks up the fucking cup and then she hands it to me. And I'm like, okay. So I just take it from her hands because I don't want her, you know, to... First of all, I didn't want her to keep drinking. So I took the cup from her hands already at that point. And luckily we were on the last song already. When this was happening, we were on the last song of the whole gig. So I'm like, you know, thank God, like, ya le hicimos, yeah, we're done. So we're doing that. We're finishing up and she fucking tells me, yeah, when we're done. We get off the stage and people start asking us for pictures and shit like that. And I'm looking at her and I'm like taking pictures, but I'm like kind of like, you know, trying to cuidarla at the same time. And then she's like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, okay, go. Ahorita voy. And I already knew, you guys. I already knew. I'm like, if she takes... What happened? Sorry, guys. My little baby came into my room. Okay, Mama, take your stuff and go outside, okay? Because I'm busy.
Outside?
Go to the living room. Okay? I don't want you to knock down anything from the camera. Oh. Are you kidding me? Go! Close my door. Anyway, sorry guys. So I was like, you know, si se tarda en el baño, I'll know that she's either A, puking, 2, taking pictures or doing something, but she was in no way, shape, or form in any, like, she just was not okay to even be taking pictures with any fucking body. So entonces I'm like, you know, I'm taking pictures and Moy, my hubby, he played in my band as well. So he comes up to me, he's like, hey, where's Coco? And I'm like, she went to the bathroom. And he's like, okay, so how long has she been in the bathroom? Le digo, pues yo no sé. I'm like, yeah, for a little bit. He's all like, oh, okay. He's like, is she okay? I'm like, I hope so. So entonces I took my last picture with somebody that asked me for a picture. You guys, fucking security comes up to me and says, hey, come here. And I'm like, what? He's all like, your friend's in the bathroom and she's throwing up and she's like fighting with somebody. And I'm like, oh my God, why, Coco, why? So I'm all like, oh, are you serious? And the guy's like, yeah, so what do you want to do? I mean, I have to kick her out because she's starting like problems with, I don't know what the fuck she was doing. She was like fighting with somebody. He's like, technically I have to kick her out, but I know, you know, she's part of the band. So entonces he's like, you know, I don't want it to look bad on you guys, so you can take her out through the back. He's like, I have a door right here, right next to the bathroom, and then you can just take her. And I'm all like, oh shit. I'm like, okay. And no, I'm missing out. Fuck. I went ahead. Pumpy brakes, rewind. Let's go back. Let's back it up a little bit. I'm lying. I'm fucking lying. I am fucking lying. So, before the whole puke, we did have finished taking pictures. I remember now. Now it's all coming. So we finished taking pictures. And then we started hanging out. We had like this VIP area for the musicians to be able to sit at. So we're hanging out and then we're just chilling and, you know, having a couple of drinks. We were okay to have a couple more drinks. The bitch wasn't, but we were. So then, you know, we're just having a good time. We're having drinks. We're having our drinks, and then the guy that they both liked, since she was already getting messy, he asked the other girl to dance with him, which is pretty fucking like shady, I guess I want to say, because like, what is you doing? You're either messing with one or the other, pero también el cabrón le gusta el pedo. So he was like messing with both of them at the same time, kind of ish, which is kind of like sad if you ask me. But también ellas, ustedes. Now I don't give a shit if you guys watch the video. So then that starts to happen, right? That starts to happen, and he asked. So this video is gonna be all over the place, guys, because mind you, you know what? I don't really like this concealer. It's not working for me. Let me see if I can scrape out a little bit from my shape tape that I have in here. A ver si me queda algo. So this isn't working for me. It's not doing its job. Wet n Wild, I like your ¿cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se le dice? Me gusta Me gusta their foundation. Just their fucking concealer is just not working for me right now. So anyway, I was saying, mind you, these stories that I'm sharing with you guys are from probably more than likely about. Oh, my shape tape isn't even in here. Where is it in here? It's maybe in my bag. Let's see. It's probably in the lorry. It's maybe in the lorry baton. Ooh, my lash glue. Shape tape, are you in the lorry? It's not. I might have thrown it out and I just don't remember. Fuck. Okay, anyway. Let's just continue to try to make this motherfucker work. So I was saying, this story is maybe from like, if I'm not mistaken, like about 8 fucking years ago already, guys. Like, time has flown by. So he asks this fucking girl to dance with him, and my friend, the one that was drunk, if you have feelings for someone and y'all are, you know, getting messy and doing stuff, it's obviously gonna bother you to see something like that. Like, it was so normal for her to feel some type of way, and if you're drunk, it's gonna get super messy. So then he asks the other girl to dance, and I felt so bad for her, guys. I felt so embarrassed because that's my bitch. You know, at the end of the day, she's my bitch, and she's like, you know, one of my ride or dies and shit. So I'm just observing, like I said, I was always just observing the whole premises. And I see that he asks old girl to dance, and I was like, oh shit, this is not gonna be good. And then she was standing like toda like that,